clap for that.
Think of Buddha, like everyone, that's what I mean.
The
It's
Buddhists,
like, I mean,
the monks, all of them,
exactly. So they're on to stuff, guys.
Yeah,
meditation should be like eating and breathing, and for us, like having a shower, like it is literally having a shower for your brain, like for your mental mindset. And so like I've been doing this thing because someone actually recently told me that if you meditate every day for 3 months straight, like no breaks every day, it literally has been proven to grow your brain. So like
your head is getting big, Melanie.
I know. Imagine, like 3 months later, I'm like,
how long have you been doing it?
So how long has it been?
Probably over a month.
Bro, there's no way you haven't gained something from it. 100%.
Oh my
there's
God.
no way.
Literally, when Melanie did it, I was like, "Fuck it, I'll do it as well." And I swear, like
chain reactions.
I felt the best. I felt like
that's good.
So
you,
I just feel like when you start doing good things for yourself,
don't stop.
Like everything starts to fall into place. So it's like the more you do good for you, it's like the universe keeps like giving you more good things. It's almost like you're on the right path. Here's some sweeties, so you keep following that path.
And it's all about sorry.
You can get distracted by other people. That's what I'm saying to you. I don't know, I was talking to the other models earlier, and I'm like, they were talking about drinking and all that stuff. How like I told them I'm not doing it anymore at the moment. And I was like, you can get distracted by other people because you can go out, and then you see people, oh, do you want to drink or do you want to smoke? Like that is literally, they know you're they don't know you're on a good path, like, but the universe knows it. It's gonna test you sometimes, because if you don't learn from like saying no to certain things that you don't want,
saying no for yourself,
you say yes and you just mess it up, then something mess up in your life because your mind knows, oh, I've just messed up. So what else are you getting? But negative. But if you go, you know, I'm good, that's not what I want from me. Then you're just gonna go back to the good thing that you're already doing.
Exactly.
That's all you're gonna get. You know what I mean? So that was like, and I feel like those times when people are going, oh, you wanna drink? Oh, you wanna do this? And I say no. That's me telling it, I don't want that
energy
in my life.
It's
and then I get the only good things I'm already like on the path like doing, which is eating healthy, taking care of myself. So what else am I gonna get but good from that?
And you're gonna attract the same sort of people into your life. I swear.
Look at you guys, like you guys are saying, you know what I mean?
No, I swear. I feel like, well, I just do this thing where I just constantly try to talk positively in my mind to myself. I wake up every morning and I say, today will be an amazing day. And I attract positive people into my life, and positive finances, of course. But literally, it's like positive affirmations do work, because if somebody tells you that the sky is green every single day and they preach it, you'll fucking believe it one day. So
it's gonna start looking green as well.
Literally, you'll start believing it. So make yourself believe positive things.
And it's like just keeping, like, again, someone kind of said that, like, when you do these things like drinking and smoking and all of that, which can, like, you know, I'm not perfect, like I do all these things, but again, it's like in moderation. When you do it, it basically brings your like frequency down to like a super low level, and so like you end up only attracting that kind of, or like if you try to manifest, your frequencies aren't high enough to be able to attract what you desire. So it's like having breaks. So again, it's like, go and have a drink, go and have this, but like remember to meditate, because that is your your recharge every day. So it's like, for me, I've been putting my headphones on. I set my alarm like 40 minutes before I have to wake up. I put my headphones on straight away. I've been doing the Gateway Experience meditations, which is a whole nother podcast for itself. But and I put them on laying down in bed, and I do the whole meditation laying down in bed. So it's like, I'm not even fully awake, and I'm just, this is how my body wakes up. And then you've been doing it as well, Maggie.
The results are unreal.
And it's just like
unreal.
It's like your body starts to crave it. Now it's like,
you want more.
Couldn't imagine my life without it. Like, just because.
I'm glad you guys found that as well. Like, because I'd rather that for people than we have small conversations about what's happening in this world. Like, people just talking about money all the time, or you know what I mean, like good people taking care of themselves and doing good things. I'd rather hear that, because I want similar thing for myself, instead of like, who's got the latest of this, who's got the latest of this, bro. I don't care.
Like aesthetics and shit like that, things, or
no, it's like getting inspiration from other people to try and improve yourself more.
Yeah,
like I feel like I get
exactly
inspired by Melanie all the time. Like she, because you were like, oh, I'm gonna start meditating, and then I went through a little period of like just feeling really shit recently, and Melanie was like, girl, I need you, so I need you to get your shit together. This is like long story short. She said it in a really nice way, but it was kind of and I was kind of. She was like, you will never get a better result by doing the same thing every day, and I was like. I was like, thanks. I needed to hear that. Like, and she was like, okay. Like, she was like, start taking your vitamins. Clearly, like, this is happening in your body. Stuff like, you need friends like that. Find yourself a friend like fucking Melanie. Cause
that's why I said it's good that you guys are on that path like that. Like, I'm glad you found it, man. And look, everybody else you talk to, they're gonna learn from. It's like you teach people by just being yourself and doing good things.
Yeah, that's nice.
People see you doing well, and like. They also want to take care of themselves.
That's so true. You know that's actually a really good way of saying it. Like, you're basically, it's like when you are living your best life, other people want to learn from you.
Yeah.
And you become basically kind of like a teacher for them in a way.
Exactly. Yeah. Instead of telling someone, because I don't like telling people what to do. Instead of telling, start doing this because that's what our parents were doing.
Yeah.
Start eating veg because you're gonna be a green giant or whatever, healthy.
Yeah.
But when we're getting told what to do, we go the opposite. We start eating chocolate, we start eating everything else. We don't like that because you're forcing us to do it.
Yeah.
But if we get onto which we're doing now, we're late at it, but we're still doing it.
Yeah.
To be honest, better late than never.
Late than never. There is no definition of late. Like, that's what I mean. Is like, I mean, it's just a mindset. Like, I feel like I went through this period, especially with all the shit I've been through, like with childhood, and if you've been through abuse or anything like that, like you'll be in this headspace that you can't, like it's almost like you feel bad for being happy, or like you feel like you actually can't be happy because you've had
you
these
don't
things.
Deserve it.
Yeah, like because you've had these things like happen to you, but it's actually like you can, like if anything, like look at me, like I've literally had so much abuse happened to me in every way that you could possibly think of, and still like I'm sitting here, I haven't been depressed for an entire year.
Woo!
Like but I know actually over a year. July was a year, and like literally
that's like a year and a half now.
Over a year, because again, I'll say this again, I wrote down in my notebook, I will live a life without self-doubt. And I started mentally exercising every day. Every time a thought popped up in my head and I said, oh, your shin or something like this, I literally was like, get out, self-doubt, like fuck off, like, you know, I made it funny, like because it is funny, it's so stupid, it held me back so much, and I actually thought that I could never live my life without my depression, that I could not survive.
It's like it's part of me. Or
I know, it's like, oh, I have trauma, so I'm gonna always be depressed, but it's like, actually, yes, I still have trauma. I still have days where I cry, like, you know, and I need to express and kind of share and have all these moments, but that moment doesn't turn into a week or a month or 3 months or 6 months.
It's how long you
and so it's like I don't feel like I ever get stuck in that hole anymore, and that's what's like, and I haven't been in a hole or any version of a hole. Like I've been sad, but that's what I mean is like
you're allowed to be, bro. Like
yes, but
that's what makes us appreciate the good moments.
So it's like exactly.
I'll give you that one. Come on.
So it's like, it's just, again, with the meditations, for me personally, like I find it just helps me like even just stay on track even more. And I only just started doing them, like and I'm a yoga teacher, so like I did meditations, but in this way of like waking up, putting headphones in, doing it every morning consistently has actually changed my entire life.
No, highly recommend.
Story time. In the way of, if you like are not into manifesting, or like if you are into manifesting, this just happened to me last week, and it actually just blew my mind. So there was this jacket a year ago that I put into my basket, and it was kind of expensive. Not really. It was expensive for me. I get anxiety about buying things for myself.
That's too expensive.
Or like just in general, even if it's cheap, I'm like, oh, but it's for me. I could buy something else, or do you know? Or
she has kids, like you have to. Do you know what I mean? You put your kids first.
But it's also like the idea of like not thinking I'm worth enough to spend money on. So like not So again, I attract abundance.
Yes.
So I put this jacket in my basket a year ago and I let it sit there for like a week. And then I finally got up the courage to buy it. Sold out. Literally, it was sold out. And I was like, oh.
Mad.
So it was probably about 3 weeks ago now. 3 weeks ago, me and Brody were walking down the street and I was like, do you know what, Brody? And at this point, I was doing the meditations like consistently for a while now. And I said to him, I was like, man, I still think about that jacket that I could never get. And I was like
from a year ago.
From a year ago. And I was like, I really think about that. And I was like, I'll never do that again where like I don't buy something. Like if
when
I
you
want
want
it,
in the
yeah,
moment,
when I want it. That week, we had a photo shoot booked on a Sunday. And no joke, we walk into this photo shoot. The photographer had the jacket that I wanted hanging on the rail with the tags on, and I was like,
That's
oh, dope. I was like, whose jacket is this? Because it didn't fit with the theme. It was like a wedding theme, and it was like a trench coat jacket, and she was like, oh, actually, she was like, that's mine, but I was gonna ask if you actually wanted it because it doesn't fit me. I wanted to know if you wanted it, like wanted to have it.
It was your coat to start with.
I literally blew my shit. I was like, every day in this meditation, I attract positive success. I attract positive finance. Positive, all these positive things. And I'm saying like, you can literally attract anything you want, even if you have to wait a year. But if you're on that frequency, it will come.
Yeah. Okay, I have a story.
Yeah.
No, but I'm honestly so chuffed for that jacket.
Well,
yeah.
it's
a good jacket. Insert photo.
Yeah. No, honestly, I was like, fuck, that reminded me of a story that happened to me. So I listened to this book, The Alchemist, and have you heard it? I mean, have you listened? I listened to it on Audible. You can read it, whatever.
Sponsor us.
It's Audible, please sponsor us. But yeah, basically, it's like a really good story about this person who goes on a journey, and it was really inspiring to me. And I was like, basically, that book kind of made me want to take more control of my life, and I was like, I can manifest anything. I can everything that's basically it's all about the journey. Yeah, it's all about the journey.
Yeah,
and not the final destination.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you
basically,
enjoy the journey.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy every moment. So basically, I was like kind of living in that, and then after I finished the book, I went on TikTok and I was like scrolling, and then I just see this person that's at the pyramids, and like The Alchemist actually happens at the pyramids.
Right.
So, and then I scrolled past it, and now for some reason in my head I was like, actually I want to go back to that. I scrolled back and I listened to the guy, and he goes, if you've ever read the book The Alchemist, so he's talking about the book that I just read. And I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, I'm just going to keep listening. Yeah. And he was like, well, I'm here at the pyramids and I'm giving away a bar of gold. And basically he was like, if you want to apply, here's how you apply. Basically, long story short, I fucking won it. I won the bar of gold.
Yeah, it was nuts when you found out.
When I found out, my blood, I literally went white. I was like, are you being serious right now? I fucking won this. Literally, shout out to that guy as well. He was awesome. I was like, what was in me to scroll back up, click on? It was like a live by a random person that I didn't follow.
Yeah.
And then literally he's at the pyramids talking about the book I just read, and then I won it.
But your thing is powerful. It sounds like you're in a proper powerful zone.
Yeah.
That's why that worked so. And you weren't even have to think about it.
This is only two of a few things that have happened to it. I constantly have things like that where I'll just think about something. If I swear,
if you can
everything,
see it properly,
anything I've ever wanted. I mean, there's a couple things that are still yet to happen, but
again,
everything I've ever wanted has happened so far.
Yeah,
literally.
And it's just gonna keep staying the same way as long as you keep doing the same thing. I guess.
Yeah, well, I just want to keep improving, and getting better.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it was honestly
that's mad.
Those are pretty crazy. And then when Melanie said that, I was like, we literally need to talk about this on the podcast. It's so random. The thing is, weird.
I've never I've only just started having these things happen to me. So again, I feel like maybe my vibration wasn't high enough to be able to attract and manifest these things. But I started like basically using positive affirmations whenever the Johnny Walker thing happened. And I remember I like was like saying to you guys, I was like saying to myself every day in a meditation, I meditated every morning. And I said I attract positive finance into my life. And then as soon as the first day that I did